Alright, hey, what's up guys? So I want to show you something that is a very real BMW issue. As you guys know, this is super floppy and almost impossible to figure out what gear you're going to be in. Oh, I think I'm in second, I might be in third, I might be in a secret sixth gear. That was fourth, third, second, something. Oh, that's trying to go in reverse, so that's not going to work. Basically, you have no idea what gear you're going to be in. So Garagistic has completely redesigned their shifter setup. This is not a Garagistic setup. This is probably just a knockoff version, but we'll show you what the new one looks like and get it all together so that you can try and actually find the gear you actually want to be in. Okay, so something Garagistic has built is their new self-centering shifter. Now, this doesn't solve the problems with the transmission, but it definitely helps the floppy doppiness. So I don't know if that's the technical word, but that's what we're going to use for today. So this is by far the best self-centering shifter I've seen on the market. It's intensely sprung here, so you can actually adjust it. Also, what's nice is that it still uses all of the normal stuff, so you can use whatever size shifter linkage you want. They have this new round, super lightweight billet aluminum like shift knob. I don't know what the official name of this guy is, but this is the shift knob that I like out of all of them. I like more of a round feel, so that, because if you grab it this way and force it, you can still force it in the wrong gear, but if you just push it forward, boom, it goes nice and smooth. So something that they've done that no other company has done is this guy right here. And this is probably the most important part of all this. Yes, there's brass bushings and there's bearings and everything else that's all highly sophisticated that I don't know anything about, but this is the key thing. This is the one thing I asked for. This is what I like the best. So what this is this little bolt right here will change the angle of where basically the H pattern is for your shifting. What I mean by changing the H pattern, I mean that now if you're used to, let's say first second is straight up and down, you can spin that and clock it. So now let's say you drive a lot of second, third, you can make second and third almost this way. So now it's first is here, second, third will be straight up, fourth will be diagonal. That way when you downshift, if you're running third and fourth, second, third a lot, you're going to be straight in line. It'll be a lot easier to catch that gear shift than if it was offset like normal, because you don't have to go through a gate. The other option too is that if you push it straight up and down, or even the other way, you can now make it to where second is over here, third is this way, but third and fourth is basically just straight up and down pull like normal. But it's heavily sprung, so it keeps it in the right direction. So whether you're slamming through gears in second, third, back and forth, if it's a short track that you're drifting at, or it's a faster track that you're third, fourth, you can really change and affect where the shift, like the H pattern is. So whether it's like this or like that. What else is nice about running all the lightweight stuff up top is that when you're drifting, normally you have G-forces that pull your body to the right or left as well. And if you have a shifter that's too long, when you pull on it or when you're drifting and you're going sideways, it's easy to overshift or miss a gear or go through the gate. So with this setup like this, it's a lot stronger. It really sets a lot of weight on it for you to have to actually pull and shift to the gear you want to go in. So it makes it a lot easier. I'd still recommend fixing the detents in your transmission, but this is a massive, massive upgrade that Garagistic has done that completely solves basically all of the weird shifting problems that E36s have. So now let's get this, and we're going to put this in the car. Okay, so after I got the selector joint off, now this thing is just free flowing. You shoot those 6 bolts off, pull it up, and now it's free. So let me go get the other one and start setting that one up. Alright, so this is what it looks like. It looks like the unit just tucks in quite nice, sits really nice and flat all the way around. I did have to cut this much carpet out of the back, which, I don't think it's a big deal, just from right here. So basically there's a line right here. I just cut the carpet just to be able to fit this. The front actually was already missing, so I don't know if that's just how it is, but it just lines up. There's 3 holes. You drop the bolts down through the 3 holes. Now, I know we're not all have a bunch of people here to help us. I'm doing this alone like I normally do, and you have to figure out how to get these on. They're not fun, and you're like, how is this going to work? So what I do is I put an Allen wrench in here, a long handle one, Make sure it gets stuck in this corner. Go underneath, boom, shoot that one. Come up, move it again, and I can do all 3 of them like that. So we're gonna put these on. I'm not gonna tighten them all the way down because I can move this a little bit. So I want to see how I like shifting it. Then I'll go underneath and finish snugging it all up and be done and good to go. So let me jump underneath. All I'm doing is just putting these on the bottom. Now that you got the bolts all tightened up, you can reach in here and pull your Allen wrench out. That's where you can pull it out. There we go. Pull your Allen wrench out. All 3 of the bolts are tightened up, and this is the amount of play now you have. So literally nothing this way. You have this much front and back, but that's obviously in the selector, like in the selector shaft and the gears selector, but there's no more side play. So look, over, up, first, second, it self-centers, straight up, third, straight back, fourth. So when you come from first, you just come straight down the gate into second, then boom, third, fourth, fifth. So you actually have to fight it. When you go over to the gate, boom, first, second, as long as you're on the gate. Once you go to the gate, there's a very tight detent in here that goes to the gate, and then there we go, over into reverse. So it does take a little bit of work to get into reverse, but that's kind of good because you don't want to go into reverse at wide open throttle. So you gotta get it over in reverse. Boom, now it's in reverse. So very, very cool setup. It makes it nice and easy. It's insanely how cool this whole setup is. It's very secure, and I'm excited to go rip on this thing. So we're gonna go drive this thing tomorrow, and you'll see how it is in action. But as far as what it looks like in place, this is one of the coolest shifter setups I've ever seen, and definitely the coolest one I've ever used. So hats off to Garagistic for making by far the best product on the market for E36s. Let's go.